Okay, this next video we are going to look at time interval questions, and these are ones we've been looking in class recently where we might see a timetable with some blank spaces in it and you're asked to fill it in. Perhaps you're looking to see how long something lasts, when something started, or when something finished. Okay, so there's quite a few different types of questions here, and there is a bit of a tendency to try and just work this out in our heads, where we can make simple mistakes, maybe not counting the right amount of hours, counting one too few or one too many. It's a very, very easy place to lose marks. So I'm just going to look at a few basic questions to begin with, and then we'll move on and look at the rest of the questions in your revision booklet. Hopefully you've tried them out. If you haven't, maybe do that and then look at correcting them with the video. Okay, so to begin with, how long is it from 8:20 to 9:35? So the first thing I want to look at is the minutes, 20 minutes and 35 minutes. Ideally what I want to do is I want to match those up first, and I would tend to do this using a kind of timeline. Okay, I want to start at 8:20, and if I was to jump along so that my minutes match up with what I've got in the question, I want to take that along to 8:35. So my little jump there, signified by that arrow, is, well, 20 up to 30 is 10 minutes, and then 30 up to 35 is going to make another 5, so 15 minutes. Now my hours match, my minutes match up, so all I need to do is think I need to jump along to the right amount of hours to 9:35, and to begin with that's quite simple, that's from 8 till 9, so that's just a simple little jump of 1 hour. Then what I want to do is take all these things and put them together. So I have 1 hour and 15 minutes. 1 hour, 15 minutes. Totally acceptable answer. Don't try and think you have to say I'm going to change that into 75 minutes, because I might make a mistake doing that and then give a wrong answer. 1 hour and 15 minutes is fine. Okay, let's look at the next one. So 14:15 up to 16:30. Same kind of idea. We're just going to start at our 14:15 or 2:15 in the afternoon, and we want to move up so that we have the same amount of minutes at the end. Like it was last time, that's a 15-minute jump as well. Okay, what I'm now going to do is I need to move from 14:30 all the way up to 16:30. By the way, when you write this down, you don't need to have these big gaps. You can make them all the same size, just as long as you write how much you're jumping by each time. So I have 14:30 up to 15:30, 15:30 up to 16:30, so I have a 2-hour jump there. Okay, so our answer for that question is going to be 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, next one. Let's scroll down. It's just a little bit trickier, but nothing you can't handle. Okay, so we have 1940 up to 2120. Okay, so that means I'm going to have to move from 40 in my minutes up to 20, but I'm going to have to go back through the hour to do that. So I'm going to do that in 2 jumps. If you're more confident, you could do it in 1, but there's absolutely nothing stopping you doing it in 2. So I want to go from 1940 up to the next hour, which is up to 8 o'clock. That's a jump of 20 minutes. Then I want to jump up to 20 past 2020, which is another jump of 20 minutes. And now I can finally have the right amount of minutes, so I can go from 2020 to 2120, which is my final jump of 1 hour. Now I need to look at adding up 1 hour, 20 minutes, another 20 minutes, so 1 hour and 40 minutes. Perfect. Okay, so now we have a slightly different question. We have a train that leaves London at 5:25 and it arrives in Carlisle 5 hours and 10 minutes later. So it asks, what time did the train arrive in Carlisle? Okay, so how this might look compared to questions we've done in class recently is we might see a table, something like this, start, finish, and duration, or it might say leave, arrive, and length, or something like that. But it'll have one of these kind of 3-column tables. That's what we're used to seeing. So it starts, it leaves London at 05:25. It takes 5 hours and 10 minutes. And what we're being asked to find is this finish time. Okay, so that ties us into the types of questions we've seen recently. Okay, so using our little timeline, so we're leaving London at 05:25. We are going to be going for 5 hours and 10 minutes. So rather than finding the time between two things, what we need to do is find our kind of finish time. So we're going to count ahead. So I'm going to start off with my 10 minutes. Okay, if I add on my 10 minutes for my 5 hours and 10 minutes, that's going to take me up to 05:35. Okay, so I've done that 10 minutes part. I now need to work out the 5 hours. So it's easy. I'm going to start at 5:35 and just count off. So 6:35, 7, 8, 9. Arrive in Carlisle at 10:35. And again, try and show some kind of working when you're doing this, just in case you make an arithmetic mistake, so that you can get some kind of marks. Don't be tempted to try and do this 100% in your head. Okay, let's look at another question. Same kind of idea. Bus leaves Glasgow at 8:30. It's going to arrive in Oban 2 hours and 50 minutes later. So when does it arrive in Oban? Okay, so again, our table might look something like this. We might have leave, arrive, and length of journey. So it leaves Glasgow at 8:30. It takes 2 hours 50. So when then is it going to arrive? Awful looking box there. In Oban. So 08:30 to start off with. So I've got my 50 minutes. That 50 minutes is going to kind of take me over an hour. So I want to break it up into 2 jumps. If I take 30 minutes, that's going to take me up to 9 o'clock. I then take 50, take away 30, so I've got 20 minutes left. That's going to take me to 9:20, and I've then dealt with my 50 minutes later. I've got 2 hours to add on now. So 9:20 plus 2 hours is going to take me to 10:20 or to 11:20, and that is when I am going to arrive, or this bus is going to arrive in Oban. Okay, let's move on and look at just 1 or 2 more of these. Okay, so leaves Greenock, arrives in Blackpool 5 hours and 30 minutes later. What time did it arrive in Blackpool? So we're getting quite good at these kind of questions by now. We've done a few. So we are leaving Greenock at 10:25. We are arriving at, I don't know when, we're about to try and find that out. And the length of journey is 5 hours and 30 minutes. Again, we should be able to do this quite quickly now, but don't skimp in our work. In that way lies silly mistakes. So 30 minutes, you can take me from 10:25 to 10:55, and our last jump of 5 hours, taking to 10, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 55, 1, 5, 5, 5. Okay, here's the last question. Slightly different, and I've done a bit of a bloop here moment. Here's one I made earlier. I've made my little table. So we have a bus from Inverness that arrives in Balmacara at 11:10. Okay, we know that it arrives at 10 minutes past 11, and we know that it takes 1 hour and 50 minutes. This time, kind of the opposite of what we had before, is when did it leave? So we're going to do our little timeline, but we're going to do it backwards. So we're going to start at 11:10. I've just made a little mistake up here. Okay, so I want to come backwards. Then I could come backwards the whole 50 minutes, or again, I'm just going to do it in steps. If you're really confident, then do it all in once, but there's absolutely no harm whatsoever in going back 10 minutes. So it's an hour and 50, so I've got 40 minutes left. I want to jump back 40 minutes, so that's going to take me from 11 o'clock to 10:20. So I've used up my 50 minutes. I've got 1 hour left, so I'm going to jump back by 1 hour to get me to 09:20. Remember, if we're going to write this in 24-hour clock, it wouldn't be 9:20, it would be 09:20. Okay, this has been quite a long video, so I will leave you there. You can obviously go away and practice these yourself.